did you always play the saxophone, or did you ever play another instrument as well?
I never played another instrument. Actually started quite late with playing saxophone. I was around 13 or yeah. And then in a really short amount of time I knew I needed to do more with music. And I played saxophone, could have been another instrument, but yeah, I have this golden thing in my hand.
Right,
So.
yeah, that's exactly the thing, right? Yeah, I mean, when I first heard you play, and ever since, I'm so impressed by your tone. It's
Thanks.
incredible, and it's really like it's your tone. I don't hear any other saxophone player with the same thing.
Well, great. Thank you. That means a lot.
How did you come to play contemporary music?
Well, I think because I didn't have much background in music before starting playing saxophone. I didn't grow up with classical music, or didn't grow up with much music around me at all. So I started conservatory, played all the music I needed to play to get a better technique, blah blah blah. And luckily I had a great teacher who was very open and wanted me to listen to all these different things, and that was the opening for a lot of new music. And I think because I'm not from like a classical tradition or any tradition, I was much more open to pick the things I really liked and
right
found special.
Yeah. Now
So that's why.
Who's your teacher? Who was your teacher?
Ties Mellema.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's
Great.
one of our colleagues, one of our friends.
Definitely,
in the
definitely.
family.
Yeah.
I heard you practicing just a moment ago a little melody from the Dam. And it struck me as I was going to tell the story that this melody sounds Greek to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's got that sort of modality to it of an ancient Greek tune.
Yeah.
But the funny thing was, when I was writing it, I wasn't really thinking about it. But there must have been something, because I'm really interested in ancient music, and especially ancient Greek music, the origins of music theory and where it comes from, and a lot of it is like what we inherited from this region, and also with regards to like mythology as well, like the instruments themselves have sort of a connection with Greek music as well. And funnily enough, I mean, we're talking about the saxophone, but another instrument that comes into this piece is the panpipes. And I mean, this is almost not planned. It's sort of by coincidence that the panpipes come in. But of course, panpipes comes from the myth of Pan, who he was in love with a water spirit, a water nymph, but she didn't want him to come. She wasn't in love with him, so she ran to a dam and then turned herself into reeds, so he couldn't find her.
Yeah.
And that's the origin of the panpipes.
Yeah.
So somehow the connection with the dam and with Pan, and also with like this Greek melody, suddenly comes together, and it's like, but I wasn't thinking about it. So how did that happen?
That's great, right?
It's a bit of a mystery.
Yeah. Composers are a mystery to me too. How do you come up with all those things? Yeah.
Composers are definitely a mystery.
Yeah. I know.
But yeah, the creative process is quite a mysterious process, and somehow, sometimes I really do feel like you sort of channel something, or like you tune into something which is beyond. Can't explain really. Yeah.
Well, I think we also play Ridgeway, which you wrote for Bang on a Can, my ultimate music heroes. And playing this program made me think of a CD by Evan Zipperin, which is called "This Is Not a Clarinet."
Oh yeah.
And playing this program made me think of it because in your music I play so many instruments on my saxophone, it's so diverse, and that's really really funny. At one time I'm a piano, the other time I'm a second violin, an oboe, and it's going so many places.
how do you think about that? Like, sort of changing the colors of the
All the
saxophone.
time, all the time. Yeah.
And do you imagine these other instruments? Like, you imagine the sound of the other instruments, and kind of then and then you sort of find a way of playing that, or like.
I think that one is a bit outside of me, because instead of thinking the being the instrument, it's more like trying to blend with the instruments you play together with.
Right,
so if I
right.
play together with first violin, I change my articulation, I
yeah,
change the sound, and
Yeah.
that's more happening. So maybe not to really imitate a violin or what other instrument,
but to tune in with the other
yeah,
instruments.
yeah,
Yeah. It's a sort of like nice orchestration device.
definitely, yeah. And that's an ongoing game in your music. It's always like, okay, let's keep everything together, and
Right. Yeah. It's funny, like you pick up little tricks along the way when you study these
True.
things.
Yeah.
Would you like to play a little bit of the melody,
Sure,
the
yeah.
pan melody?
Yeah. Can go on and on.
Yeah. But oh my gosh, that takes my breath away. It's incredibly
beautiful.
That
Thanks.
your tone is just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's been a great pleasure working with you, and
Likewise.
I am so happy that you could join the band.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Me too.